So that's super useful, so you're not locked into being, well, locked. Hey guys, we are back with another episode of subscriber help or watcher help in Blender 3.0. So in this video we are going to go over a question that was given to us by Atitlan Center. Hopefully I said your name right. Basically it says, do you know any way to lock the view to 2D? MacBook navigation sucks when drawing in grease pencil. So this tutorial is for you, and we are going to go ahead and dive right into it. Alright, cool. So here we are. I have a grease pencil scene set up. And basically here's the problem, right? Like you barely hit it and then it rotates. Or conversely, maybe you're working and you accidentally hit the camera and it has not rotated, and you run out of control Z's, or you forgot all of the object settings, right? So there's two main ways to do it, and I'll do the basic one first, and then the more advanced one. The more advanced one is going to give you more control. So the basic one is really simple. So if we come over here with all the camera settings like this, or just the basic camera setup, we just lock everything, these little lock icons. So we'll lock everything except for the Y. We'll keep that open, and the reason for that is because since we're working in 2D space, we want to make it to where everything is locked except for the Y, because the Y is back and forth, unless your mode is set to a different depth, because usually Z is the depth. So depending on what these little icons say up here is kind of up to what you have your settings at, but the default Blender setup is like this. So now if we try to rotate it, you can see that the camera does not move. I can do this right here, the camera doesn't move. If we try to grab it, it will not move unless we do GY, and it will go back and forth. So this is the easiest setup to do, but there's one problem, and that's you can't animate that, and it doesn't give you that much control. So let's kind of go back here and unlock everything. Don't freak out. So the second one is more advanced, but it's going to give you more control in the long run, and if you have to do depth or anything like that, it's going to help a lot with like rotating the camera for specific scenes and stuff, and then reverting back to it. So what we're going to do is come over here to the object constraints. It's right here. It says object constraint. It looks like a little I don't know, like a Steam logo partial thing. We'll do limit location and limit rotation. And now that we have those selected, we just need to come over here and look at what we need to limit on the location, and it's X and Y, so the ones that are 0, and on the rotation we need to limit X, Y, and Z, because we don't want it to rotate right now. But later we can, because since we're doing a modifier, we can animate that. So we'll do that right now. So on the minimum, X, Y, and Z, oops, not Y, so X and Y, and we'll do a maximum of X and Y. We'll keep it 0. On the rotation, we'll come back here, we'll see, okay, we just want this to be at 90, 0, and 0, so we'll just copy these values. So we want all of these to be limited. On the X, the minimum is 90, the maximum is 90. So it will not go over that, and it'll stay at the current location. Now the great part about this is that we can in fact animate these values by just pushing I. So if we wanted to change the minimum to, let's say, 0, now it gives us the flexibility to rotate the camera just a tad bit if we needed to for a certain scene. So that's super useful, so you're not locked into being, well, locked. And now as you can see, if we try to rotate it, it won't move. We try to grab it, it does the same effect, and it will just stay the same. Now there's one additive that you need to do, which is to check effect transform. Now if this is not checked, let me uncheck it really quick. So it says unchecked right now, the effect transform. When we come over here to the object properties, it'll mess with the properties you see over here, but nothing's moving, but underneath the hood stuff is moving. So we need to come back here and make sure that everything is aligned and do effect transform, and now look, everything has reverted back to 0 and it matches up. This is really crucial, so please pay attention to this. Anyways, I hope that helped you. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can comment below, leave your question, or join our Discord, post it in the Blender help section, and I will get to it as soon as I can. So, oh, and by the way, I'm coming out with the camera series soon. I just need to record it, edit it, and upload it. So everything. So look out for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.